Hi, everybody. It's Diane. Well, I am going into My Singing Monsters wiki, and I'm going to grab an image of humbug. I'm going to create my dream epic monster. My Singing Monsters tweeted and asked us to create a monster we thought would be our dream, the epic of our dreams. So I'm going into My Singing Monsters on wiki. And this is where I pull up my images. I'm going to choose a humbug because that, of course, is my favorite monster. So here's humbug. And we're going to just tap on the humbug, the image of humbug. And now I'm going to go to larger image and then press and hold the humbug. I'm just going to show you again. Choose large. See the little button at the top there? Choose larger image. So press and hold and then save image. Now the humbug is in my camera roll. And now I'm going to go find butterfly wings because I'm going to turn humbug into a butterfly instead of a bumblebee. And so I'm looking for butterfly PNG. PNG helps get an image of pictures without a background, without a white or any other color background. Sometimes you'll see images that show, like this one here, shows it looks like it's the squares behind it indicates that it's a PNG. Well, it's not. If I imported that, it would be a white background. Same with this one. It's just a white background. So if I tap on an image like this that has a white, I'm going to go back here. Okay, so if I tap on an image, okay, like this one, and now we'll wait to see. Okay, see the little squares that appeared? That means that this is indeed a clear background, transparent background. So I'm just going to look at a few others to see if I'm going to look and find some wings. I'm thinking, oh, I'm probably looking for a nice blue that I can just change into color. I like the shape of these, but not quite the butterfly wing shape that I wanted. I think I'm going to keep looking here. So I'm just kind of scrolling, kind of the blues, but I might see another shape that I like. This is cool. Oh, but this is not a PNG because there's no transparent. See the little grid didn't show up on the background? Sometimes it takes just a few seconds for that grid to appear if it's a very high resolution picture. It just takes a few seconds for that grid to appear, but it's that little checkerboard pattern that I'm looking for to appear, not to be there. Because I don't want to have to spend time erasing parts of an image. Hey, I like this wing. I think this will work perfect. So I'm just going to tap and hold, press it, and then save image. So now this is saved in my camera roll also. We're going to go into ArtStudio. See my little ArtStudio app there? ArtStudio for iPad is... yeah, I was making Epic Toe Jammer PNG. So I'm just going to get out of here and open import from photos. I'm going to go find humbug. There's humbug in my photos. So I did the import from photos. Now I'm going to make my background, my canvas larger so I have more room to place the butterfly wings in there. So let's just go, oh, maybe like 1,000. Yeah, I think that'll 1,200. What? A little bigger here. Yeah, I think that'll work. 1,200. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to just pull them down a little bit so I have room for those wings. Okay, so I'm going to go to File, Import, and now I'm going to insert another layer. So I'm going to insert as a layer from Photos, and then Camera Roll, and choose that butterfly wing. All right, so there's the wing. So you see the little blue line around each of these boxes tells me which. So I just drag the little handle. There's a little, those 3 dashed lines. That's the handle, and can just drag it from one move one layer on top of another. So it depends on where I want the butterfly wings behind humbug. So now I'm going to take that wing and I'm going to change it to a different color so it matches humbug. So I'm going to choose hue saturation. So I'm just playing with it to find it kind of close to it because I love the color humbug is already. So I'm just, oh yeah, that looks good. Perfect. I think that'll be perfect. Excellent. Okay. And then apply. Okay, so now I like that wing. I need two wings. So we're going to go to layer and duplicate. So now it duplicated that layer and I'm going to flip it so it's facing the other direction. So flip horizontal. So now I've got two wings. One's facing one direction, one's facing the other direction. Edit, transform layer, move scale, and rotate. So now I can pinch it to move it in and out, zoom it, rotate it wherever I want it, however big I want it. I can make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger maybe. Yeah. That looks good. So I just will choose apply. Yeah, maybe bigger, huh? Okay, apply. Okay, so now the other wing, I'm going to choose that as the active layer. See the little blue line around that other wing now? That means that's the active layer. I'm going to transform, move scale, rotate again. So I want it just slightly smaller. That looks good. I'm going to go and I'm going to just do the distort, edit, and distort. I just want to change the shape of the wing slightly distorted so it looks like it's, you know, at a little slight different angle because it's kind of behind and off to the side. So see how I just made it just slightly narrower? That might be too narrow. Let's just widen that out just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that looks really nice. I like that. Okay. So now let's go and I think, duplicate humbug before I erase his wings because I don't need his wings, but I just made a copy of him. I'm just going to set that off to the side here in case I need it. Then I don't have to import it again, but yeah. So I'm going to choose the middle humbug that's in the middle of the canvas, and I'm going to erase. That's my eraser tool there. And I made it a little bit bigger. There, I'm going to erase. Now let's zoom in so we can get a better idea of, I probably erased a little bit too much, but now I'm going to make my eraser a little bit smaller so I can clean in between some of those individual hair, if you will, but yeah. Okay, so now we're going to make it a little bit bigger again. Clean some of the wing from the other side. We make it a little bit smaller again so we can do a little detailing closer to humbug. And clean this up just a little bit. Excellent, that looks good. Now I'd like to get rid of his stinger because I'm going to add another section to this humbug so it looks like more of a butterfly section. So we're going to go ahead and find another piece that I want to use. So let's go back into My Singing Monsters. We're going to just go back up into the wiki. Humbug again. Let's choose humbug again. I'm going to tap on the egg and then go to larger, full image, full-size image. Press and hold. Save image. Yes, good. Okay, go back to ArtStudio, and we're going to go to File, Import, Insert as a layer. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to Edit, Transform, Move, Scale, and Rotate. Just kind of, yeah, I think I need a little bit longer. So we're going to actually duplicate this one and layer, duplicate. And then Edit, Transform, Move, Scale, Rotate. That looks pretty good. That could be a butterfly lower section. I'm going to erase the little stinger though from, yeah, I think that's, okay, let's go to eraser tool, erase the little stinger piece. Now we want to go ahead and merge those two layers so I can work with it as the body. So I'm just going to tap that layer. It's the active layer. And then I'm going to choose, see the little arrow pointing down to the line? That means merge. And we're going to choose merge down. If I choose merge visible, it's going to merge everything together. I don't want to do that yet. I want to keep each layer separate. Okay, so now let's go ahead and erase the stinger from Humbug. Oh, well, yeah, we definitely are going to place that behind Humbug. So yeah, we do need to erase the stinger. Okay. I still think it's not quite the right shape. So I'm just going to move it off to the side here. We're going to go to Edit and Distort again. And we're just going to distort it just slightly. Yeah, I like that shape better. It's just not quite so perfect. More of a, yeah, distorted. And then I'm going to drag it. See, and grab those little handles and drag it down behind Humbug. There. Yeah, I think that looks, for now, probably. I can mess with that layer. Since it's, you know, it is a layer, we can adjust that later too, and once we open up and put the wings back in place. Okay. Just clean that up. You can make your eraser tool larger or smaller. You can make it so it just like erases a little bit. It doesn't do 100% erase. So if you want to just you know, take a slight bit of color out of, you know, you want to just blend something, I'd soften the eraser. But let's get this other little piece of the stinger there. It's cool. All right, that looks good. All right, I like that. Hard to know. I don't know. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll apply that. So let's go look at the wings now and see what the wings look like with Humbug. So see the little eye next to it? When I tap on that little eye, and that made that wing reappear. And I'm going to take it down to 80%, I think, so we can kind of see through the wing a little bit. So it's more of a, yeah, more of a wing, you know, sheer, like a butterfly wing would be. Let's go grab the other wing and do the same thing to the other wing. See the little eyeball? Now I'll tap the eyeball there. Now it reappeared. And let's go 80%. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I think so. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to add a layer. See the little plus mark here at the bottom? Let's go ahead and, oh, hang on. Yeah. Sorry. I just see a little bit more to clean up here. Yeah. I'm getting rid of the part of Humbug's body so the wing looks like it's closer to behind his head. So I'm just erasing a little bit of Humbug, just to give the wing the appearance of coming out right from behind his head. Yeah, I think that looks better. And I think now I want to drag the lower body part behind the wing. I think that, so we'll just make it, there we go, drag it down. Yeah, that looks much better. Good. Oh, I see a little. So now we got to tap on Humbug again, make it the active layer so I can erase those little ickies. Couple little spots that showed up. Yeah, that looks good. If I I'm looking to see if I see any other. Okay, so if I tap and hold my finger, just hold my finger, I just picked the color that I wanted to create. See the black in the wings? I think I'd like to turn the black in the wings more to the dark blue that's I'm going to add a layer. I'm just using a magic tool. I'm adding a layer, and now I've chosen that black part of the wing, and I'm going to fill it with that blue that matches Humbug. So now I've got to, yeah, did the bucket fill. Okay, now I got to go back to the selection tool and select another piece of black. Now let's go back and select the new empty layer and then fill it with blue. All right, now we're going to choose the wing again. Now we're going to choose the selection tool and select this. And now we're going to do a bucket fill after, oh, yep, bucket fill. And then having chosen the layer above the wing, and then we filled it. So now let's do the other wing. Let's choose the other wing, and then let's select those black edges. So we're going to do the selection tool, tap on a black section, and choose that extra layer where we're going to put the blue, bucket fill, and tap the black section. There we go. Now we're going to do it again. Grab the wing, choose the selection, choose the black, go back up to the blank layer that has our painted parts, tap the blue. Now one more, let's do this right here. I think this, yeah. So selection tool, after we've chosen the wing, we go selection tool, choose that area we want to select. Now we're going to go over our blank layer above the wing, bucket fill, and fill it with blue. There we go. And then we're going to deselect. So now nothing is selected anymore. That's a very important button to know, deselect. I see some little ickies there, so we're going to go back and actually, let's hide the wings. So tap the little eyeball next to the wing. And just erase that. But we're going to go ahead and see if there's any other parts that we didn't see that we didn't clean up very well. So we're just going to tap the little eyeball and tap the little eyeball next to the other wing. Great. Now add a layer. I'm going to add another blank layer and drag it to the very bottom. And I'm going to bucket fill that with white. And then zoom in to see if there's any places I need to. So I'm going to tap on Humbug. There we go. And then zoom in and clean up any little ickies that I see there. Yeah, that looks good. Excellent. That looks pretty good. I love it. That looks so cool. I think I'll make the blue part just a little down to 80% to match kind of the wings, so it's a little sheerer in color, just like the wings are a little bit sheerer in color when we take the opaqueness down to 80%. So I love it. Don't you love it? Now, what does every good butterfly need? Antenna. We're going to choose the blue color again. There, see, now we're going to make it a little bit darker so I can drag that slider and make it just slightly darker. And then pencil, right below the selection tool, pencil. And we're going to draw, and you can choose how thick of pencil you want to draw. Oops, I wanted to add an extra layer above humbug. So tap humbug, tap the plus button, and delete. I pressed the duplicate button. I can duplicate layers, but there we go. Now we got a blank layer. Now we can draw on that blank layer above humbug, and then I can erase it without erasing humbug parts. There we go. That's good. I'm just gonna, try and, no. Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Oop. So undo button. See the little buttons down on the bottom right corner? That's the redo and undo button. Oh, that looks great. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and clean up a little bit at the bottom of the antenna so it looks like the fibers of his fur, for better word, are kind of coming out between the fur. So I'm just going to, there you go. That looks good. I think that looks perfect. That looks really, really awesome. I love that. I don't really need that extra humbug. So I just tapped on the little eyeball next to him, but I could just trash it. I don't really need it. So I'm going to change, get rid of the white so I can save it as a clear image. That's a PNG, clear backed image. I'm going to adjust the size of the canvas so it's a little bit smaller. So let's take it down to, 1,000, not quite, 900, no, a little bit smaller. I think we go a little bit smaller. Let's try 850. Yeah, let's try 850. Yeah, perfect. That'll work just perfect. Excellent. Great. Now we need to save this guy, but and then we can export him to photos, so he'll always be in my photos. That'll be nice to just have him. And export as a PNG, export to photos. That's now he's in my camera roll as a clear background image. Now we're going to place that into, let's go into Twitter. Let's close ArtStudio. Let's go into Twitter and snag the little picture that My Singing Monsters posted saying, what would your epic of your dreams look like? So let's go into Twitter, My Singing Monsters. Let's go to their media, and that pulls up all the pictures that they've posted. So here it is. Build your own epic. Nice. Okay, so if I tap and hold, I'm just waiting for it to, there we go. Tap and hold, save image. Now I'm saving this PNG into my photos now. Let's open ArtStudio. Now let's go to File, Import from Photos. Oh, before I do that, I need to save and title this. Otherwise, if I import from photos, it'll disappear. So I'm going to name my new humbug Humblefly. He's my epic humbug, humble fly. So we're going to import from photos and the picture that we just took from My Singing Monsters. Oh, yep, there it is. That looks good. Now let's go resize it a little bit bigger because I know my humbug is pretty big. So I'm just going to make this image a little bit bigger. So we resize the image. And now we're going to insert as a layer, import from photos, and find our humble fly. Excellent. Look at him. See how you can see a little bit of pom-pom through the wing? That's because we made that wing that 80% sheer. And I'm just going to pick that color, that blue color. Oops, tip my iPad here to... humble fly. Let's change the font here. I like the chalkboard. I use that a lot. Humble fly. Oops, didn't mean to. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Okay, humble fly. Nice. See the pom-pom through there a little bit? Yeah, that looks good. One last final touch. Oh, that's a little thick. Let's make my pencil a little bit smaller. I'm going to sign this guy. I added an extra layer above humbug, humble fly, so I can write my name and then manipulate it. I can do the edit and rotate it, make it bigger or smaller, and rotate it into whatever spot on the picture I want. So I'm just going to sign this here. Okay, now we're going to go to edit, transform layer, move scale, rotate. Now we can just kind of... That looks pretty good there. Yeah, I think I do like that there. Yeah, that looks good. Good. All right. Now we are going to send that over. File, export, PNG, export to photos. Let's go tweet this to My Singing Monsters. They'll see it tomorrow because they're closed already. But let's open up Twitter. Here's the tweet. We're going to just tap on the comment. Let's comment on this tweet. Dream epic. Yeah, I definitely love the color of humbug already, so I wouldn't change that. I like that so much, but years ago I designed a seahorse butterfly. Was a dream monster I wanted to hopefully one day like. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. But there, we popped that picture into my tweet. Humble fly. I should pop a little butterfly in here. I always type the word to find the little image. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Here's my dream epic humble fly. Reply. Excellent. All right. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, a little bit of a tutorial on my ArtStudio. And I'm sure everybody will love the new humble fly. So I'm going to see if anybody... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a very cool. So many monsters after baking food. Yeah, 100 million. That'll get you some monsters on Gold Island. Nice. Like I say, always baking, always breeding. Breed lots of four-element monsters, especially, and feed them. But that's the way to level up your game. So, good job. Good job. So, let's refresh. Let's just refresh, see if anybody responded. Oh, Sipho liked my reply. Oh, so nice. I think Sipho posted a picture. Let's see what he posted. I go to his channel here and his media. There it is, right there. Build your own epic. Oh, epic wisp. Yeah, very nice. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed this little ArtStudio creating Humble Fly, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, see ya.